knowing that the fast lane pays. Life in the fast lane, life in the fast lane. All I wanna do is speed it till I find you. I'm saying 3, 2, 1, go! Spark up the ignition, stop here and then I'm out of here. Fastest man alive, prepare for takeoff through the atmosphere. Cockpit neutral dropping, watch me burn out on the open road. Speeding round the corner, you can eat my dust. You're too damn slow. Rock and roll ignition, rapid disposition. I'm blasting supersonic on a fuel injected mission. Carbureted intake, fossil fueling with a turbo boost. Cross the finish line because I'm cranking more juice. Buckle up for safety cause you know about to blast off. Broken all the records, told you son you better back off. Speeding like a demon, must be dreaming of my ass off. Fast up and go speed of sound. Life in the fast lane, life in the fast lane. All I wanna do is speed it till I find you. I'm saying 3, 2, 1, go! Black rocket afterburner, with the switch and watch me zone. Iron eagle in a tail, buzz the tower, shake the room. Train conductor, locomotive, riding solo, pull the brake. Past the point of no return, we're heating up the intake. I'm like tornado, probably really fatal. When I'm rapping all my shit, they like 80808. All the competition can get left in the past. Supercharger in your lane, cause I'm just so fast. Life in the fast lane, life in the fast lane. All I wanna do is speed it till I find you. I'm saying 3, 2, 1, go! Life in the fast lane, life in the fast lane. All I wanna do is speed it till I find you. 3, 2, 1, go! You think this is a lyrical competition? This isn't the rap game, man. This is the fast lane, son. Oh, you think you're the equivalent to Mark 1? But I'm far past Mark 11 in this ish, man. I'm just following the rules of the road, you know? You ought to try following the rules of the road yourself, kid. I'm saying 3, 2, 1, go! Life in the fast lane, life in the fast lane. All I wanna do is speed it till I find you. Think homeboy here's driving with the e-brake on. Get ready to enjoy the essence of my exhaust pipe, brother. Let's go! Life in the fast lane, life in the fast lane. I'm saying 3, 2, 1, go! Pedal to the metal, laying rubber like an automo. Pushing on the throttle cause I'm burning something powerful. Fuel injection action from my femur to my collarbone. Gone in 60 seconds as I'm blasted through the danger zone. Double time and rhyming, stopping on a dime. When they wave the checkered flag, you know I'm clocking in my time. Barriers are broken from the subsonic waves. I'm all gassed up knowing that the fast lane pays. Life in the fast lane, life in the fast lane. All I wanna do is speed it till I find you. I'm saying 3, 2, 1, go! Spark up the ignition, stop here and then I'm out of here. Fastest man alive.
Hello. Hi. There you go. Hi. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I was doing dishes because you know I'd assume it's a good idea to clean off the greasy pan right after I used it to at least get all the fucking grease off of that shit. Don't wanna like have it laying there for like a day or so. At least get like the first layer scraped off. Anyway, now I'm here. Hope y'all are doing fine. We're back. We're here. We're playing Phoenix Wright. Hey Reaper, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. We're here. Let me like close all that shit down. Bada bing, bada boom. Let me find the game. Where there it is. Let's see if we can finish the clown case tonight. Let's see if we can finish the funky clown case tonight, right? Yeah. Cause we don't want to mess with no clowns. Also, I just despise looking at that fucking circus and hearing that circus music and bah. You just finished putting on fake nails? Why would you put on fake? What kind of cosplay are you doing for fake nails? What kind of cosplay are you doing? Alright, turnabout big top. There you go. Actually, you know what? Give me a sec. I thought my water's empty, so give me like 1 minute. I say a minute despite the fact it's like 20 seconds. But still. That's just how it is. Anyway, I got extra water now. I got extra one now. Fucking, I need to get a new chair at this point. No cosplay, just wanted to put on fake nails. Why? Then again, subjectivity, you know? Subjectivity. But customers always right in matters of taste. I guess. Didn't think I'd pull off your complete quote, would ya? At least I have a chair. That is true, I do have a chair. My grandpa's old office chair. And it shows. Because this thing's probably fucking older than me. This fucking chair's probably older than me. Let me empty out this like bottle and then we'll get to it. I still have the whiskey laying over there, by the way. I still have the bottle of whiskey over here. I did. You know, I did drink another sip of it like recently, but you know, you're stuck standing. Why do you not just have a chair? Just like grab one, get like a plastic chair, or like buy one off of IKEA for like $10. It's good. It helps you sit. Or grab a bunch of pillows and like fuddle them together in like a cardboard box. Ironically, what I did at some point. I remember when I was like, when my fucking parents were like redoing my room, and I just like took a cardboard, one of the moving cardboard boxes, just put a bunch of pillows in it, and just sat down on it. It wasn't that comfortable because you had no backrest, but you know, that's the way we do it. Yeah. All right, cool. Anyway, court case. Good morning, Max. Oh, yeah. Good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Hehe. Don't get nervous, Max. Hey, here, have a glass of milk. That's poison. Poison sockets are full of poison. Regina! Oh, fabulous! My sweetie pie, my sweetie. Shut the fuck up, Max. Do you have a tailbone issue from 2018? Oh. Actually, no. Oh, there's a solution to this. There's a solution to this. There's a solution to this. There's like pillows are like donut shaped, and you sit down in them, and like your fucking tailbone is like perfectly fine because it's inside the donut, right? And then you sit down normally. My mom used to have that because she like actually banged her tailbone at some point by like fucking falling down the stairs. So you can't just get one of those circular pillows. I think they usually have them in the doctor's office, but I doubt the doctor would just give it to you. So you can just buy them off like Amazon or some shit. I just said almost said eBay, but then I realized this is no longer 2010 where you can get good shit off of eBay. Actually, you can still get good shit off of eBay, but it's not like that prevalent in my opinion. Back then you just said like you just buy it off of eBay. Now it's just like Amazon, I guess. Question mark. But yeah, I'm gonna get a new chair when I like move out. Well, basically when I'm moving out, I'm basically burning my entire apartment down. In terms of furniture, I'm not actually burning down the apartment. Unless. Nah, I know my fucking landlord will fucking burn down the room anyway because he's remodeling the entire fucking building. But unfortunately, he can't throw me out, so he can't change my room. That poor bugger. You're gonna buy $100 chair? That is fair. You know what? That is valid. I don't know what you can get for $100 in terms of chairs, but you know, the only chairs I know are either basic ass office chairs or like these $600 fucking Secret Labs pieces of shit. And honestly, they don't look comfortable. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be really honest. They don't look too comfortable. But what the fuck do I know? I'm sitting in a like 60-year-old office chair. I could be a fucking like mafia boss or like, you know. You look for whether you gaming chat. Yeah, but they're like expensive as fuck. Usually. I don't know. But then again, it is good to overinvest in a chair. Depending on the person, because like my sorry ass is sitting in this fucking chair for like hours on end. So for my own health, I just have to get a good one. If I don't, I'm fucked and like paralyzed by 30. Saying that made me feel so fucking weird, realizing shit, I'm cutting close to 30. My life's almost over, man. Anyway, you came to watch my performance today.
Of course I did. Mom told me that I should come here and watch this.
Mo said that.
So what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end?
It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties?
Huh?
I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on or even where she is. Yeah. Yeah, she's a bit delusional, as the kids would like to say.
Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience.
Lies, you're gonna go to fucking to the witness stand, ain't you?
You cheating scumbag. But fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there.
Good luck, Max. You're the best.
Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Good morning to ya. Woo-hoo-hoo. Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo? Top of the morning to you, Governor. Jack? Is that you? Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. So do you. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. They're trying to fucking poison him, ain't they? Oh my, thanks. So, how are you today, Wright? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean a crow? You turned on a dime fast. Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. All I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is. I'm used to it already. Just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses.
What are you going to do then, Nick?
I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. What? Today we rely on evidence. The only way we'll get past Akron to the truth.
Right, that's gonna be tough.
Anyway, I wanted to make sure Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father.
You want us to make sure Regina watches?
Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars.
People die when they are killed. If you die in the game, you die for real.
Well, kind of. This ain't SAO, but still. Maybe there's some VR murder, who knows? Maybe there's like, you know, some like brain jacks with VR headset. That'd be hilarious. Probably in like the newer titles, maybe, potentially, who knows? I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Alright. Courtroom time. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Miss Von Karmer, you may proceed with your case.
The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events.
What's the meaning of it? Hmm. Huh. I have to revise this in my head a bit. So... Oh yeah, he basically died. He basically died or is in coma now because he got his fucking like head bitten off by a lion. Then he had to put him down. And I think she put this in. No, wait, he's like giga mad. He's like giga mad and then like, you know, put this in her pocket if I recall correctly. Something like that. Something like that. We'll take another drink, we'll take another drink. That's the wrong bottle, fuck it. That's the correct bottle. Come on. There you go. Hold on. Just taking a drink made me realize, and staring at the screen made me realize how the fuck he got killed. Like how the fuck his brother got comatized. So, this huge ass box had the evidence, right? The evidence was a seasoning bottle. You wanna know why? Because this motherfucker, right? This motherfucker. Someone sprinkled pepper on his fucking nose, made him sneeze, and put this fucker into coma. Right? Right. That's how it happened. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, so we have one more line of questioning about the fucking killing of the lion. That's a good start. And the box of the pepper. So, you know. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. Oh boy, who is it this time? One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. It's the fucking statue, you pillock! Order, order! I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. Hey, Crow! An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detectives stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Jeez, poor Gumshoe. Very well, please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Hey, Birdman. Asshole. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at a very big circus. Where were you at the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the eyewitness's room is near the crime scene. That is true. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, a witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. Let's see, my dude. I was just after 10 PM. I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a loud thump noise from outside the window. Then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. We already established this shit was stolen. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of Clown. If that's the case, there's very little the prosecution needed add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared in the sky that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. Okay, Virgil. A man must know the proper timing of things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Mount Edgeworth did. You bitch, don't bring up his name. Who the fuck do you think you are? Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, I may quote yesterday's proceedings. There's no way that actually happened. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Hold it! You said that you were resting in bed. One would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close the curtains? Yes, I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains. Sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. Judge? No! The witness will proceed with his testimony. The room was on the 3rd floor, right? Yes. And you said that you were resting in bed. That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from the outside. I was indeed. Pressing echo doesn't seem to get results. Maybe something was contradicting what you said just now. Not yet, I think. Not yet, I think. At least I have nothing. There's nothing wrong here. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. I can find a clear contradiction. Should tread lightly. Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin or perhaps a large action figure. Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible. You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix Wright. Testify to the truth and only the truth, just as if we were there with you that night. I believe it was a human. Damn. His strength for his testimony. I wonder if Akra's statement jives with the facts. I don't think I can bust out the bust yet, can I? Good one. Good one. Yeah, fuck it. We'll bust the bust. There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence.
She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction?
Can I bust the bust?
What in the world is this?
Oh! You just don't get it, do you, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
What don't I get?
You're not going to be able to get through this one with your usually bluff routine. Your client looks to be ready to take off once again. Straight towards a guilty verdict.
You were bluffing? I will not forgive any more mockeries made of this court.
Oops. Would you mind repeating your testimony? Fuck! Okay. The light in your room was turned off then, right?
That's true. I was going to bed after all.
So, with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window.
The safety light lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see a silhouette outside my window.
It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front.
Did you see any of the other symbols?
I clearly saw the still cat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica.
Oh, I pressed him. No, that's results I seen again. Maybe there was something fishy with his latest bit of testimony. Well, we don't have the symbols. We don't really have the symbols. And we are kind of aware of the fact the cloak got stolen and shit. Potentially. Highly likely. Oh yeah, but the fucking hat was at the crime scene. There's a huge contradiction. There is one. The hat was on the fucking crime scene, wasn't it? You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo said that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame, because he would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene. Damn, Phoenix. That's the Ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats? No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. Order, order! As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in his court today? He has a grudge. Perhaps because Acro has a grudge against the defendant. Which is why he is trying to frame Max. Oh, why me? What'd I do? Never get your fat head in the way of a whip bend on finding justice. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I have no interest in your silly little theories. He has a grudge against the defendant, huh? You wouldn't happen to have proof of that. Well, that's the thing. Mr. Wright, thanks to you I got my head lashed by Miss Von Karmas's whip. I don't like getting hit for nothing, so how about you answer with an explanation? Sure! So, are you okay, Nick? Well, I have my big mouth and now I have to back it up. I mean, he has a grudge. He's the real culprit. He was dreaming. Nah, he wasn't dreaming because it's true. He did saw a hat flow by. Oh, I can't just accuse him of murder. Sweet. On this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion. Accuse Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. Where are these birds coming from? He's calm enough for it to almost be scary. Yeah, he's done. Huh, he's staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. Yeah, but you have a monkey, don't you? That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of murder of all things. See? Even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. It's not. He's right. Why the pig on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man? Nuh-uh! Nuh-uh!
Phoenix is a poopy head.
See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. Got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro's unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. He did! He had the fucking monkey! What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Yes! It's impossible for Acro to be the murderer in this case. If that's the case, then it's natural for one to consider possible accomplices. You don't say. Not good, not good! This isn't going to end well. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy. What? You must not have heard that sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough. The sound of you falling into your own trap can be hard to notice sometimes. Mr. Wright, it seems that you won't be stopping at Acro, but we'll be making other accusations. If Acro did not have an accomplice, things are not looking good for you. I understand, Your Honor. Ugh. Very well, let's continue. Who, perchance, would happen to be Acro's accomplice? It's the fucking monkey! You don't say. Uh-oh. This is kinda looking very, very bad. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy. Huh? What a splendid accomplice, I'm sure this accusation is built on a solid foundation. It is! Because it's his fucking monkey! It's his fucking monkey! Foundation? Yes, Mr. Wright. Do you have any proof that this person you've accused was indeed an accomplice? No one else could have done it. No one else could have done it. My life's on the line here. Fuck, now I need entire strings of argumentation. Shit. Just like the monkey again. I know it was the fucking statue, but it would help me. Unless? I mean, I have nothing else to go off of. I had nothing else to go off of. So, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? This piece of evidence is lacking in persuasive power. Fuck! What are you doing, Nick? What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? He has to have, but I have nothing for it. I mean, Ben could have been the accomplice. Ben could have been the accomplice. But I think Ben's squabble is not... Nah. I mean, he does kind of have the motive to fuck him up. Like, completely. That's why he would have probably picked the murder weapon, being the boss. But... I don't know. He has to have one. Fuck! No, I have nothing right now. Now this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acroplanet committed the murder all by himself. Order! What are you getting at? Wait, to keep them on their toes, Nick. I'm going to have to prove how all this fits together. I have to show how Akron murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? Kind of. Kind of. Yeah. I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix writes, if this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like to see you clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling? I mean, he was in his fucking house because he was using the contraption to kill him. He was obviously here the entire time. But Echo's room? Pretty simple, eh? Echo wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Echo didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What do you say, Mr. Dingling? It's an interesting theory. Huh. Yeah, that's it. Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it. Impossible? Motherfucker. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there's no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. Huh, you've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. It's not. Most said that he saw Max, didn't he? But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. You mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of the legal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here... That's right, I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room, no doubt about it. And the likeness is how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. I can't present the evidence right now, because I don't have one. I mean, I have it, but I don't have it. I have it, but I don't have it. I feel like I'm running into a trap if I present this as evidence. I feel like I'm running into a trap. Because the issue is we don't have the apparatus. Like, he has to have like some sort of like fucking like some, you know, like ropes and shit like built to like drop the thing and then raise it back up. So I don't have it. I don't have it. I can't. I think we'll finally be grateful for an explanation. Don't push it, Von Karma. What? You aren't gonna suck me in this time. I'm smart enough to know when I don't have the cards to play and my hand sucks right now. Oh, what do you mean, Mr. Wright? He means that everything he set up until now has all been nonsense. It's true, right? If you can't establish proof of your murder theory, then it's nonsense. Fuck. Trying to fool us by playing some misdirection game. Fuck. Looks like this isn't going to pass muster. Nick, you've got to show them some evidence. Easier said than done. So we have to bust the statue now. Got to present some evidence. Oh, think fuck. Should have presented it earlier, but I didn't. Should have pulled it out earlier, but I didn't.
It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. A bust. It's quite a large bust, and because it's life-size, it is also very, very heavy. Heavy. Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Ah. Oh, he's mad. See? This is how Aqua was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galacticus' ample bust. One could say Max busted it. Anyway. Order! So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro, you can't run away from Ow! I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. A testimony, you say? On Karma. She's just using this testimony as a rouse to stall for time. There's absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. The defense's objection is overruled. Fuck! Why can't he see things my way once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems, however. Let's all be respectful towards him. Ha! Thank you. Ah! A woman will sink to any law to win this case. Any fucking law. Alright. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that, but boom! Easy, we win. We win, it's over, gee, thanks. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? I have no doubts in regards to this witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to... Oh, he already knew. He already knew where he was. Not to mention that he could have not have known the location of the Ringmaster's head. No, the thing is, right? There's this tiny box, right? That he placed in a very specific position. In a very specific position. And Mr. over here saw it, right? And was like, oh, fuck. And when he realized the, oh, fuck, Ringmaster's here, squish the fucker. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful. Oh, look who's talking. Kinda gets to me. I've got to focus. Have you ever lifted up the bust before? No, I've never actually lifted it up with my own two hands.
Well, should I get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this. Money? That crazy monkey has lived to Max's bus before. Huh. Thanks for the intel, bud. Huh. Let's continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingling. So what have you been doing to keep in shape? Well, honestly, I've given up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope. You don't say. But, no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything. Yo, Igar, what's up? Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I wouldn't leave a slowpoke. I mean, what the? Why y'all teaming up on me? Whoa, how did the discussion turn to me all of a sudden? I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear. And why is that? Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet. So you couldn't have thrown that bust out of the window. How long do you think your recovery will take? You have to remember that my nerves was severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extreme intense rehabilitation. It's going to take a while before I'm back to 100%. I remind you of another very important point. If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see out below the window. True. Not quite actually. Why did you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Plus, there's no way that I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick? Huh? What if you turn things around? Maybe if I think of it more like this. If you knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then you could drop the bust. It does make sense. If only I could prove somehow.
It's the fucking box!
I could do the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down.
It's the fucking box!
I think I've already explained things sufficiently. If all I had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all. If all I had to do was to drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there is no way that I could land a direct hit on the ringmaster's head. So what kind of makes your theory a big pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? I think we're strong enough to lift up the bus. The main problem is how he could have aimed for the ringmaster's head. I wonder if you use some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster. I have to take it, Nick. Show them what you've got. I have to be careful. I have to find out what fits perfectly. Maybe we overlooked something. We didn't overlook Jack, my dude. We haven't overlooked Jack, my dude. Acro! You didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time when the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I might add.
You're silly hinting at things as pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling, how about you show us some evidence?
But I did such a good job at hinting. Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you could take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. Same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over. The same exact. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean... If the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim.
No!
Order! This is unbelievable!
Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up.
I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here. Forward. So the next question I have is, who played for wooden box at the scene? Well, Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ow! Allow me to whip some sense into you. Ah! Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ow, 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 ow. The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. The contents of the box. Actually, I think it's the weight. No, anyone can fucking lift 20 kilograms. Any motherfucker can lift 20 kilograms, but still, up to 20 fucking pounds, which is like 10 kilograms. Actually, no, hang on. Do you recall what was inside the wooden box? There was only a small bottle of pepper, wasn't there? Get on with it. Huh, well... What's the matter, cat got your tongue? Car got your tongue? I don't see any relationship between the location of the head and the box's contents. No, Nick, you didn't think enough. Mr. Wright, do you still maintain the box had some sort of special feature? Guess it's the weight, then? The box has a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this one box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it with a body, wouldn't you say? Okay, so I have to... Yeah. That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also carrying hands on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift up the box, you have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head will be in approximately the same place. Fool! Do you even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you have had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done that. What he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? Yes. Of course I remember it. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. And what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. That means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room?
You had a fucking monkey, didn't ya?
And because that fucking thing is shiny as fuck, Monkey would have picked it up. And you just admitted the monkey can lift the fucking bus. You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Yeah. Tell us exactly how the witness could have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about and prove how things happened once and for all. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room? Monkey! Monkey? Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist's ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Yep. Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home. Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room?! But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the code rig. Get him, Phoenix. Get her ass. Why, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yep, and they were made of platinum, which is very shiny. Yeah. Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bust back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Cool. Order, order, I said order! Miss Von Karma, where is the bust in question at this moment?
I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak.
This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon.
Wait. Then you mean this bus was the murder weapon purely by accident?
Possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyway, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron! Rude. Mr. Wright's argument was so circular I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. No! Don't seem so flamboozled. Especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud was the magic client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Yes? Ah! There's no reason to double the clown's testimony. That's the question. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let it beat you now.
I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? He saw Max's butt. Ow! I asked for who was the murderer of a person most saw on the scene. That evidence was nothing to do with the question. Au contraire, mon frère. It doesn't need have something to do with the question. Most said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he didn't actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. But how was this possible? It's simple, really. What Momo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette you saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one of the cards in the bust's hands. Idiot. Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Oh, wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? The question is of the utmost importance in this case, don't you agree?
Ah, he caught me.
Let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? It'd only have been one man, and one man only. I wonder, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Didn't the defendant wear his cloak the entire time he was at practice? Nope. Yes. So then how did this person get hold of the cloak? Well... Furthermore, how would this person have gotten the cloak onto the bust, I wonder? Because this person was not spotted at the scene. I'm sorry. Fuck, Ow! The famous Von Karma carrot and whip approach. Well, let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? I mean... There's only one person.
Only one person had the cloak.
Fool! Him?
You are saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry.
That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust. Placed the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. It got stuck on the cords when he lifted it back up, didn't he?
And what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself. Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this?
I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyway. Alright. Now you want to know what really happened in that night. Let's step back in time. Akra used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bus and dangled the bus out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Akra took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant the bus hit the victim. Whoop! The cloak attached itself.
You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true, it can't be.
It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. The circus isn't over yet.
What?
The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snatched onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Akra naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised when with the cloak dangling on it, primarily because in his wheelchair he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. Whee! And that is how the magical murderer disappeared into the sky came to be. So you see it, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Akra, it could have only been you. Fuck. Looks like Eggman died. Yeah, Eggman did die. Oh, you know, Monopoly Eggman. Also, hey Phantom, how you doing? Hope you're doing better. Hope you're doing better, man. Akra's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has come to the end of this rope now. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But what do you have any evidence that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter: the power of evidence and the power of my whip. So it's actually irrelevant what you whip. Or what you nay. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. You just explain how there can only be one possible murder method. But there's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? Contradiction, actually. Okay, then use that and get out of the jam. That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magical case. I don't actually have hard proof. I don't actually have hard proof. I mean, it's blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Yeah. Ah. Ah. Timmy. I don't know, man. I got nothing. I got nothing. Fuck. Shit. Sorry. Oh, what magic trick? Him dropping the bust on the man. Also, hey Fems, hope you're doing well. Oh, I prayed to chaos. Fuck! Fuck! Yeah, who put the cloak on the bus? He himself. What was I trying to do anyway? I was trying to prove the fact he had a reason to kill him. Like, the man there. Yep, it was the victim because the funny cloak was flying. Because the funny cloak was flying. So yeah, he skedaddled with the thingy, right? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to prove things. The spotted the entrance of the lodging house. Exactly. Yeah, he skedaddled by them, right? Proof what? Proof that this happened. Release the rope, banged his head in. Exactly, banged his head in, and then the cloak flew onto the bus. Exactly, the cloak flew onto the bus. And then it raced into the skies. Now we're trying to prove how we did it, kind of. We know how he did it, but now we just need to make them realize he did it that way. Being raised with the cloak dang on it. Second, they're like, whoopee. Yep. Safe here again, so I don't have to go for that part again. Alright.
playing mind games. True. So what now? If it proved that what I said is true.